Chapter 4. The Lord spoke to Moses and to Aaron, saying, Take a census of the sons of Kohath from among the sons of Levi, by their families, by their fathers' houses, from 30 years old and upward, even until 50 years old, all who enter into the service to do the work in the tent of meeting. This is the service of the sons of Kohath in the tent of meeting, the most holy things. When the camp moves forward, Aaron shall go in, and his sons, and they shall take down the veil of the screen, and cover the ark of the testimony with it, and shall put a covering of sealskin on it, and shall spread over it a cloth of all blue, and shall put in its poles. On the table of the showbread they shall spread a blue cloth, and put on it the dishes, the spoons, the bowls, and the cups with which to pour out, and the continual bread shall be on it. They shall spread on them a scarlet cloth, and cover the same with a covering of sealskin, and shall put in its poles. They shall take a blue cloth, and cover the lampstand of the light, and its lamps, and its snuffers, and its snuff dishes, and all its oil vessels, with which they minister to it. They shall put it and all its vessels with a covering of sealskin, and shall put it on the frame. On the golden altar they shall spread a blue cloth, and cover it with a covering of sealskin, and shall put in its poles. They shall take all the vessels of ministry, with which they minister in the sanctuary, and put them in a blue cloth, and cover them with a covering of sealskin, and shall put them on the frame. They shall take away the ashes from the altar, and spread a purple cloth on it. They shall put on it all its vessels, with which they minister about it, the fire pans, the flesh hooks, the shovels, and the basins, all the vessels of the altar, and they shall spread on it a covering of sealskin, and put in its poles. When Aaron and his sons have finished covering the sanctuary, and all the furniture of the sanctuary, as the camp moves forward, after that the sons of Kohath shall come to carry it, but they shall not touch the sanctuary, lest they die. These things are the burden of the sons of Kohath in the tent of meeting. The charge of Eleazar the son of Aaron the priest shall be for the oil of the light, the sweet incense, the continual meal offering, and the anointing oil, the charge of all the tabernacle, and of all that is in it, the sanctuary and its furnishings. The Lord spoke to Moses and to Aaron, saying, Don't cut off the tribe of the families of the Kohathites from among the Levites, but do this to them, that they may live and not die when they approach the most holy things. Aaron and his sons shall go in, and appoint them every one to his service and his burden, but they shall not go in to see the sanctuary even for a moment, lest they die. The Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Take a census of the sons of Gershon also, by their fathers' houses, by their families. From 30 years old and upward until 50 years old shall you number them, all who enter in to wait on the service, to do the work in the tent of meeting. This is the service of the families of the Gershonites, in serving and in bearing burdens. They shall carry the curtains of the tabernacle, and the tent of meeting, its covering, and the covering of sealskin that is above on it, and the screen for the door of the tent of meeting, and the hangings of the court, and the screen for the door of the gate of the court, which is by the tabernacle and around the altar, and their cords, and all the instruments of their service, and whatever shall be done with them. Therein shall they serve. At the commandment of Aaron and his sons shall be all the service of the sons of the Gershonites, and all their burden, and in all their service, and you shall appoint to them in charge all their burden. This is the service of the families of the sons of the Gershonites in the tent of meeting, and their charge shall be under the hand of Ithamar, the son of Aaron the priest. As for the sons of Merari, you shall number them by their families, by their fathers' houses. From 30 years old and upward, even to 50 years old, shall you number them, every one who enters on the service to do the work of the tent of meeting. This is the charge of their burden, according to all their service in the tent of meeting. The tabernacle's boards, its bars, its pillars, its sockets, and the pillars of the court around it, and their sockets, and their pins, and their cords, with all their instruments, and with all their service. And by name shall you appoint the instruments of the charge of their burden. This is the service of the families of the sons of Merari, according to all their service, in the tent of meeting, under the hand of Ithamar the son of Aaron the priest. Moses and Aaron and the princes of the congregation numbered the sons of the Kohathites by their families and by their fathers' houses, from 30 years old and upward, even to 50 years old, everyone who entered into the service for work in the tent of meeting. Those who were numbered of them by their families were 2,750. These are those who were numbered of the families of the Kohathites, all who served in the tent of meeting, whom Moses and Aaron numbered according to the commandment of the Lord by Moses. Those who were numbered of the sons of Gershon, their families and by their fathers' houses, from 30 years old and upward, even to 50 years old, everyone who entered into the service for the work in the tent of meeting, even those who were numbered of them by their families, by their fathers' houses, were 2,630. These are those who were numbered of the families of the son of Gershon, all who served in the tent of meeting, whom Moses and Aaron numbered according to the commandment of the Lord. Those who were numbered of the families of the sons of Merari, by their families, by their fathers' houses, from 30 years old and upward, even to 50 years old, everyone who entered into the service for the work in the tent of meeting, even those who were numbered of them by their families, were 3,200. These are those who were numbered of the families of the sons of Merari, whom Moses and Aaron numbered according to the commandment of the Lord by Moses. All those who were numbered of the Levites, whom Moses and Aaron and the princes of Israel numbered by their families and by their fathers' houses, from 30 years old and upward, even to 50 years old, everyone who entered in to do the work of service and the work of bearing burdens in the tent of meeting, even those who were numbered of them, were 8,580. According to the commandment of the Lord they were numbered by Moses, every one according to his service and according to his burden. Thus were they numbered by him, as the Lord commanded Moses.
Psalm 38, a psalm by David for a memorial. Yahweh, don't rebuke me in your wrath, neither chasten me in your hot displeasure. For your arrows have pierced me, your hand presses hard on me. There is no soundness in my flesh because of your indignation, neither is there any health in my bones because of my sin. For my iniquities have gone over my head, as a heavy burden they are too heavy for me. My wounds are loathsome and corrupt, because of my foolishness. I am pained and bowed down greatly, I go mourning all day long. For my loins are filled with burning, there is no soundness in my flesh. I am faint and severely bruised, I have groaned by reason of the anguish of my heart. Lord, all my desire is before you, my groaning is not hidden from you. My heart throbs, my strength fails me, as for the light of my eyes it has also left me. My lovers and my friends stand aloof from my plague, my kinsmen stand far away. They also who seek after my life lay snares. Those who seek my hurt speak mischievous things and meditate deceits all day long. But I, as a deaf man, don't hear. I am as a mute man who doesn't open his mouth. Yes, I am as a man who doesn't hear, in whose mouth are no reproofs. For in you, Yahweh, do I hope. You will answer, Lord my God. For I said, don't let them gloat over me, or exalt themselves over me when my foot slips. For I am ready to fall, my pain is continually before me. For I will declare my iniquity, I will be sorry for my sin. But my enemies are vigorous and many, those who hate me without reason are numerous. They who also render evil for good are adversaries to me, because I follow what is good. Don't forsake me, Yahweh, my God, don't be far from me. Hurry to help me, Lord, my salvation.
Chapter 2. I am a rose of Sharon, a lily of the valleys. As a lily among thorns, so is my love among the daughters. As the apple tree among the trees of the wood, so is my beloved among the sons. I sat down under his shadow with great delight. His fruit was sweet to my taste. He brought me to the banquet hall. His banner over me is love. Strengthen me with raisins, refresh me with apples, for I am faint with love. His left hand is under my head, his right hand embraces me. I adjure you, daughters of Jerusalem, by the roes or by the hinds of the field, that you not stir up nor awaken love until it so desires. The voice of my beloved, behold, he comes, leaping on the mountains, skipping on the hills. My beloved is like a roe or a young hart. Behold, he stands behind our wall. He looks in at the windows, he glances through the lattice. My beloved spoke and said to me, Rise up, my love, my beautiful one, and come away. For behold, the winter is past, the rain is over and gone. The flowers appear on the earth, the time of the singing has come, and the voice of the turtle-dove is heard in our land. The fig tree ripens her green figs, the vines are in blossom, they give forth their fragrance. Arise, my love, my beautiful one, and come away. My dove is in the cleft of the rocks, in the hiding places of the mountainside. Let me see your face, let me hear your voice, for your voice is sweet, and your face is lovely. Catch for us the foxes, the little foxes that spoil the vineyards, for our vineyards are in blossom. My beloved is mine, and I am his. He browses among the lilies, until the day is cool, and the shadows flee away. Turn, my beloved, and be like a roe or a young hart on the mountains of Bether.
Therefore we ought to pay greater attention to the things that were heard, lest perhaps we drift away. For if the word spoken through angels proved steadfast, and every transgression and disobedience received a just recompense, how will we escape if we neglect so great a salvation, which at the first having been spoken through the Lord, was confirmed to us by those who heard? God also bearing witness with them, both by signs and wonders, and by various works of power, and by gifts of the Holy Spirit according to his own will. For he didn't subject the world to come whereof we speak to angels. But one has somewhere testified, saying, What is man that you think of him? Or the son of man that you care for him? You made him a little lower than the angels. You crowned him with glory and honor. You have put all things in subjection under his feet. For in that he subjected all things to him, he left nothing that is not subject to him. But now we don't see all things subjected to him yet. But we see him who has been made a little lower than the angels, Jesus, because of the suffering of death, crowned with glory and honor, that by the grace of God he should taste of death for everyone. For it became him, for whom are all things, and through whom are all things, in bringing many sons to glory, to make the author of their salvation perfect through sufferings. For both he who sanctifies and those who are sanctified are all from one, for which cause he is not ashamed to call them brothers, saying, I will declare your name to my brothers. In the midst of the congregation I will sing your praise. Again, I will put my trust in him. Again, behold, here am I, and the children whom God has given me. Since then the children have shared in flesh and blood, he also himself in like manner partook of the same, that through death he might bring to nothing him who had the power of death, that is, the devil, and might deliver all of them who through fear of death were all their lifetime subject to bondage. For most assuredly not to angels does he give help, but he gives help to the seed of Abraham. Therefore he was obligated in all things to be made like his brothers, that he might become a merciful and faithful high priest in things pertaining to God, to make atonement for the sins of the people. For in that he himself has suffered being tempted, he is able to help those who are tempted.